Hello, in this video we are going to look at changing file permissions. So this is a really cool thing, but don't worry if you don't get your head around it the first time, because I know professional Linux users that get confused from time to time. So first of all, what I want to do is show you this diagram that I've got off the internet called Linux Permissions Made Easy, and this is the overall format. So it'll become a bit more clear in a second. You have three numbers, so it's 777 so far, and depending on what number you choose, it will have a different sort of permission for user, group, and everyone. So user is you, group is if you use a part of a particular group, everyone is everyone on that system. Okay, so R is read, which is basically allows you to see the file, open it, for example. W is write, so modification. X is execution. So execution is useful for stuff like exes, for example. So if you ever have an issue where you try to download stuff off the internet and you're trying to run a file and it's saying something about a permission not allowed, this video probably will help you. It probably just doesn't have the execute permission. And that's the same. That's literally all there is to know. So let's go into our terminal, and I'm on the desktop now. And remember, if we type in ls-l, we get a bit more information, and here we go. Here's the read and write stuff. A directory has a D at the start. That's the only difference. Everything else is the same. So RW, if there's a dash there, that means it doesn't have executable or that type of permission. So let's create a new file. So touch file1.txt. Now if I print it out, let's see, the default permission is read and write for me, read for the group, and just read for everyone else. And I want to show you one other thing as well. To actually see the permissions from the GUI, let's go to properties, permissions, and they're right there. Okie dokie. So let's change it. To change it, you put chmod, then the new permissions. So if I go back to the diagram, and I'm just gonna make it so it's read only, so 4, 4, and 4 for everything. So chmod 444, and now I need to specify the file name or the file location. As I'm in this folder, I can just put file.txt, otherwise you can drag it on. And now if I run it, as you can see, file is just read instead of read, write, read. Watch what happens if I go to the desktop. There's a padlock there, and if I can open it because I am allowed to read it. And if I try save something, I can't. This button is no longer there. Try and close it. I can save as, or I can close without saving, or cancel. So I can only read this file at the moment. And if I was to change this to 777, which is the highest permission for everything, which allows reading, writing, and executing, as you can see, it has all of the permissions, which is pretty darn cool. But obviously, for most stuff, you want to make sure that you have the correct permissions and not any extra permission that somebody doesn't need. I want to show you one other thing. As you can see, I've got this folder here, files, some files in there. And if you look, the permissions always have execute on there. So, like, why does it need the execute permission? So if I do chmod, and I'm going to do 555 files. So I've removed the writing from all of these. So that just means it's locked, but I can open it. I can see it. But watch what happens if I just do chmod 4444, which actually removes execution. There we go. It's just read. It didn't do it, and that will be because there we go. That's weird. Sorry, yeah, this is what I want to show you. It will not allow you to open it, so you got to make sure you have execute on. So that's what execute does for folders. So I'm going to go back to, what was it? I think it was 755, I believe. Yes, that's right. Okay, so that's permission. That's really all you need to know. So remember chmod, then 777 or whatever it is based on this flow diagram. So read, write, and execute user, group, and everyone. So if I just want write and execute but not read for some reason, I'll just provide free. So you just add them together, and max is 7. So that is it. If you have any questions, feel free to pop me a message. As usual, I look forward to seeing you in the next video.